Bam bam boom, solo leveling. Random portals open in Japan with monsters that drink alcohol and fuck bitches. Unconsiderate humans known as hunters go inside and steal their shit. Hunters are the people that awaken special powers in order to fight the fucking monsters. They rank from A to E, and the bigger power you have, the higher you rank on Epstein's list. Now meet God's weakest creation, Sungwoo. He goes to meet his guild for a new dungeon that they have to go to. Not so important characters naming time. Healer bitch. Bitch that does some heals or some shit. She's also very interested in Jungwoo's pin. Timothy, aka guild's leader. Old wise guy who does jack shit and is not that important, but he has a scene or two. Back to the story. They go inside the dungeon and Jungwoo doesn't waste any fucking time, nearly dying from a weak ass goblin. He manages to get only one mana crystal and is very happy about it. Ah fuck, I have to explain. What are mana crystals and why do people go in these fucking dungeons and risk their lives? Money! They can sell the loot they get from dungeons and exchange it for money, while the government is happy because mana crystals get transformed into fucking energy or some shit, and they run the city based on fucking mana crystals and nuclear power. They finish the dungeon but are not happy because they haven't got enough crystals. They find another way deeper in the cave and want to go there so they can get more crystals. They can't decide if they want to go there or not, so they take a group vote. Jungwoo stands as the last vote. If he says yes, they go into the deeper cave. If he says no, they go back home. Can you guess what he said? Again, the weaker link of the group, the one who nearly died to a weak goblin. Put some Dora ting 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 time here. He said,
Fuck it, I'm in, let's roll.
also because I cannot allow myself to leave this out of the recap, huge ass blonde girl stops a thief from stealing Granny's purse. Also we get a scene of how hunters check their power level. They go mirror mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. They find a big door that opens and they go inside the dungeon. We'll play a quick game called How Many Times Are You Left That Fucking Dungeon. Upon entering the dungeon, bunch of blue flames went off. Two big fucking statues at the door guarding the fucking place. Big round circle in the middle with some weird signs. And a big creepy statue that keeps looking at them. But no. Too late now, doors closed. One fella gets scared and tries to go out but gets sliced. Panic. The statues now start attacking them. While running, Jungwoo realizes there were some actual rules of the dungeon. Jungwoo tells them to bow their head and pray to the god. They all bow their head and the god stops moving. They see the god stop moving and then guess this, they stop bowing their heads. Why would you stop bowing your head? I would have fucking planted my head in that bitch. The big god now goes all around the dungeon trying to kill them, and they have to go to the singing statues. On the way there, half of the guild dies and Jungwoo loses his leg. Scary altar comes out of the ground and they make an astute observation and an educated guess that they need to make a sacrifice. Instead of selecting Jungwoo, who doesn't have a leg and cannot even fucking walk, they select the leader of the group because he's the one that got them into this shit. Leader goes inside the circle and nothing happens, so they all decide to go there. Now the statues stop moving towards them, and like one of them fucking shitty horror games, if you don't look at the statue, it moves closer to you. Random bitch gets scared and runs away, and the door closes a little bit. We can deduct by this that if everyone leaves, there has to be at least one person in the circle to keep the door nearly open. The leader of the group offers himself again as the sacrifice goat, but healer bitch can't walk anymore, so he has to carry her out, and Jungwoo remains there as the sacrifice. They leave and the statues start making fucking Caesar salad out of Jungwoo. Right before his heart stops, he receives a notification asking if he wants to be the player of the game. He wakes up in a hospital. Now because he survived such a massive massacre, two dudes come in and reassess his power levels. Because I guess you could fucking reawaken your powers or some shit. But nah, he's still weak as fuck. His sister comes in and starts talking shit. Absolutely zero fucks given about the fact that most of his teammates died and he's still alive somehow. That's fine, go on, what the fuck. His crippled ass now starts seeing some random floaty boxes. They keep telling him to do some quests, and if he doesn't, he receives a penalty, but he's like,
Fuck all that!
he now realizes that he can increase his power by doing the quest and assign certain points to some certain skills.
Alright. Big. Small. Alright, hold the fuck up.
Quick storytelling. Why is he doing all this and why does he need the money? He has a sick mother and a sister that he needs to take care of. And I guess in today's world, a fucking McDonald's job won't be enough, so he has to do dungeons while he's weak. Anyway, he receives a key from a quest to a dungeon. He goes into the dungeon, nearly gets fucked by goblins and dogs and a fucking big snake, but he beats them all and gets a dagger that does poison damage. On his way out the dungeon, he sees a group of hunters that are fighting a random monster in the middle of the street. He decides to help them and throws his dagger in the monster's monster's face and he falls to the fucking ground. And then this quirky ass bitch is like, I didn't expect it to be so weak. Shut the fuck up, bro. You're winning because of the plot. There's no way you took down that monster with one single strike. Shut up. Skip 45 stellar years and now he's jacked because he's on some fucking Trenaball or some shit. Anyway, all the power that he's been getting is useless because he still has no fucking money. So he finds a new guild to go on dungeons with. Most of the people here are not that important, but Blondie is, so remember him. Now because he's still an E rank on paper, he can't fight in the dungeon, so they just make him carry their tools. Once in the boss room, the people of the guild decide to go back and get more tools that they forgot and leave Junwoo and Blondie there in the boss room with the monster that's supposedly sleeping. But get fucked because that was not their plan. Their plan was to leave Junwoo and Blondie there to get eaten by the monster, and then the monster will go back to sleep because I guess every fucking monster is.
I eaty, I sleepy, and I trainy.
But with the newfound power that Jinwoo has, he manages to fuck up the spider. Guild members come back and decide to try and kill them themselves because the monster was too weak to do it. Too bad Jin was a fucking criminal and kills them all. Now Blondie has seen that he is powerful as fuck and asks Jinwoo to be his partner. He wants to pay Jinwoo to go on 20 dungeons with him so he can be a guild leader. Blondie offers him a shit ton of money, but he says no because he's scared to level up too fast. Cut to him finishing a quest and he receives a key. The key to the castle of Dracula where the elixir of life stands. He then thinks of his sick mother and how the elixir of life could cure whatever disease she has. He then goes onto the quest and fights a big dog with 3 heads, I don't know, fucking Chupacabra or some shit, and then gets absolutely fucked, nearly dying. Realizes the elixir of life is inside the castle and at his current level he's not strong enough, and the easiest way for him to level up is to go on the dungeons with Blondie. While he's doing the dungeons with Blondie, he's called to another dungeon in the middle of the city. He meets there with his old guild members that left him to die, healer bitch Timothy and this useless cunt. They are assigned a higher rank hunter in order to look over the prisoners. We'll call him Purple Hair Kakashi. In the dungeon they take a split and the Purple Hair Kakashi goes with the prisoners while Junwoo goes with his guild members. When they come back, Kakashi has already killed the prisoners and 2 of his guild members. Turns out he was just a crazy cunt that keeps killing people. He tries to kill them as well, but Junwoo is big and strong now and Kakashi gets fucked. I'm sensing a common theme here. We haven't seen this guy lose once now. Anyway, cut to him not doing his daily push-ups and sit-ups, sitting around like a dickhead when he gets a special quest for a job change. A job change would be basically him changing his build from like an assassin to a healer or a bitch ass. Talking about a bitch ass, meet the dungeon boss. This red knight who nearly kills Jinwoo but still gets fucked because that's the plot for you. And when you think it's all done and finished, an infinity wave starts with knights that come out of fucking portals and try to kill him. Long story short, he wins the dungeon and he gets the job change to a necromancer, which allows him to summon random fucking monsters out of souls that he collects from other people. Oh, you know how fuck this. Basically, he gets a nice new job and we won't be able to see it till new season because that's how they keep you on track. That's it. See you.